Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fatima's World. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Most importantly, thank you for talking back at me. Today, I'm going to be talking about something very sensitive, something that every parent, especially mothers, should be extremely vigilant about, something that has kept me thinking since I got the message yesterday night. I'm talking about how babies are swapped at birth in our Nigerian hospitals. It's not everywhere. It's not in every hospital that you have such things done, but in some general hospitals, there have been allegations. There are still allegations, like I've said. There have been reports, but there's a particular one that happened somewhere in Osun State. The guy is AS. His wife is AA. Behold on this day. She gave birth to a baby girl. And after a couple of months, they realized that the baby had, the baby kept falling ill and all of that. And they had to run a genotype test and found out that the baby was SS. And so that stirred a lot of controversies in the family. So, everybody kept running helter-skelter, wondering what happened, did she cheat? But you see, the thing is, even if she cheated with another AS, she would still need to have the S joining with the man she cheated with to have a sickle celler. But hey, here she was started with a sickle celler, and to think that both couples took their time because the husband is a sickler, so they took their time to look for suitable partners. What it meant is that the guy said he went through several genotype tests with different women at different times he was supposed to get married to. And until he found his present wife, whose genotype was AA and was already matched for him. So you can imagine what they had gone through before getting married. And he said something that was so pathetic yesterday. He said he cannot imagine that his mom nurtured him sickler for years. He is 37. And behold, she's going to be saddled with a sickle child that is probably not ours for the rest of her life. This is what happened. We found out that that baby was swapped, probably by parents who are both AS genotype, who didn't want to be saddled with a sickle child, and then they swapped their babies and gave that woman, poor woman, because she said several hours after she gave birth, she didn't see her child. And I've said to her, I said, we'll call out the nurses, we'll call out the doctors, we'll call out everyone who was on duty that night that she had a baby. But this is it, is a clarion call to all mothers, no matter how tired that you are. If you're going to have a C-section, make sure somebody is in the theater or outside the theater with you. Make sure that you have a relative who is very vigilant. Even if there are 6, 7 of you in the theater, ensure that you are so vigilant to be sure which baby is yours. So you don't get saddled with, such occurrence. Now, the baby is about 3-4 years old. She keeps having crises all of the time. The torture on the parents who had to go around doing several genotype tests to be able to ascertain what actually happened. And eventually, when they found out in the hospital, they refused to release the last genotype result to the father of the child because they knew that the father of the child was going to take them up. But you see, whether they like it or not is something we're going to be talking about, crying, shouting about until their original child is returned to them. It is so sad that for 3-4 years, almost 5, they said they are saddled with a child who has crisis like every other month, and a child who, because they didn't want to have a child that is a sickler, they went the extra mile to get the perfect partner. And so we're calling on the authorities in Osun State. I do not particularly want to release the name of a hospital, but hey, you want to have more details about it, come in my DM. The reason why I chose to talk about it this afternoon is because it is so sad. The mother of the child is psychologically stressed out. She's emotionally wiped out because that singular thing almost ruined her marriage. Fingers kept pointing to her an unfaithful woman. But alas, she wasn't unfaithful. She was very faithful to her husband. But the system happened to her. We had a lot of greedy nurses, a lot of greedy doctors, a lot of greedy working assistants in the hospital who swapped the baby for whatever amount that he got or for whatever reason and saddled her with a sickle child that she did not prepare for, with a sickle child that she didn't bargain for. Mothers, it's a clarion call again. Keep your eyes wide open. Thank God that the CS that is being done these days, all you get is just a block. They give you an epidural block, and so it keeps you awake so you can see. Every mother deserves to have the child that she carried and nurtured in her womb for 9 months. Having such babies swapped gives them no genetical relationship to such parents. And such, you end up having children who do not have a love that originates from birth for their parents. Thank you so much for staying with me on Fatima's World this afternoon. You saw that I was particularly low. This is because of how sad I am about the occurrence. We pray that they eventually find their original child, which she carried and nurtured for 9 months. Parents, mothers especially, stay woke, stay vigilant. Thank you for staying with me once again on Fatima's World. Keep liking, sharing, keep subscribing. You want more details? Civil organizations, civil society organizations, people who can speak up for us above whispers, people who can ensure that justice is served to them. Please come in my DM. Let us talk. Thank you so much. God bless you.